of stay-at-home coronavirus chair yoga. And I really appreciate those of you who have been watching. Those of you I know, I really miss you. And those of you I don't know, I miss you too because I didn't get to meet you. So keep watching, and eventually we'll be able to do this either at Maryland Avenue School or at the mansion, and I'll get to meet my new people and I'll get to see my old people. But right now I'm giving you a hug, and I send you Reiki every morning. Okay, so today I have two quotes for you. And if you don't know me, my name is Deborah. And these are about what yoga is. So usually we say yoga is balancing the mind and the body and the breath, which it is. But I like these two. So this is by Rachel Brathen from a book called Yoga Girl. The yoga pose is not the goal. Becoming flexible is not the goal. Standing on your hands is not the goal. Thank goodness. The goal is serenity, balance, truly finding peace in your own skin. Something we all need right now and always. And then the second one is from DKV Desikachar, who is one of the yogis who sort of helped to bring yoga to the rest of the world out of India. And he said, yoga exists in the world because everything is linked. And we know that everything is linked in the body and in the world. So going back to what Rachel said, lean forward, make sure you're on your sit bones. If your chair slopes back at the back, build it up with a towel, or I have a wedge here, something so that you're sitting up a little bit at the back. And then either close your eyes or look softly at the floor and find some peace in your skin. In other words, check through the body and find where you are at peace. So maybe this is sort of an ouchy day or a stressful day or something, and you're thinking, I don't have any peace anywhere. But maybe your elbows feel okay. Maybe your pinky toes are all right. Somewhere in your body, find a spot that is at peace. It could be your left buttock. It could be your nose. So find that little peaceful spot and dwell on that. Just noticing how it feels. And maybe, oh, there's another one. Notice that one. And if you're having a day without too much stress, maybe you do feel at peace in your skin. Enjoy that. And notice how your breath feels right now. It's hard to notice without changing, but try to just notice how your breath feels. And we're going to do a balancing breath, since Rachel said that balance is the goal of yoga. And this is called virtual Nadi Shodhana. So virtual means we're not touching our face, because there's a way to do this where you're actually closing off the nostrils. Well, that's a no-no right now, so we're not doing that. But, and you can do this with your eyes closed too, or open, it's up to you. So the next time you inhale, imagine that you're inhaling just through your left nostril. And then let the breath cross over to your right nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale back through the right and cross over, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, cross over, exhale through the right. you got the idea. So at your own rate, keep inhaling and exhaling across the bridge of the nose. So you exhale when you cross over, and then you inhale on that same side, and then you cross over to exhale on the other side. And then you inhale back to the bridge of the nose and cross over back and forth. Find a rhythm that feels good. So find a rhythm that doesn't feel too shallow or too forced. And we'll do this for another minute or so. And just enjoy it. And it's balancing because in the ancient yoga philosophy, the left nostril is the relaxation nostril. Excuse me. And the right nostril is the energizing nostril. So you're doing both sides equally, and that balances the breath and balances the nervous system. So continue exhaling on one side, inhaling on that same side, crossing over, exhale on the other side, inhale at your own rate. And the next time you get over to the left side, exhale and inhale on that side, and then go over to the right. Exhale and inhale on that side, and then cross back over. Exhale on the left, and then let it all go and breathe naturally. And you may have noticed that you're starting to actually do what you're imagining, that the breath actually was just going to the left or just going to the right, mostly. And once you finish, just pause a moment, eyes open or eyes closed, and notice how your breath feels. Does it feel any different from before? Because a lot of yoga is just noticing things, being aware, being in our bodies. Okay, so Desikachar said that everything is connected. And I've talked a little bit about fascia. And fascia, also called fascia, is like netting that encases everything. It encases our bones, it encases our muscles, it kind of holds us together. And under the microscope, it looks like sort of a spider's web with water dripping off of it. So you want to make sure you drink enough water to keep this netting nice and pliable so that you can move. Well, we are connected from our toes up to our neck. So we're going to do two little demonstrations of that. The first one is our yes pose. So let your chin come down. And then lift up your head and look at the ceiling. Remember, you can hold on to your neck, your head if that hurts. And notice where you're looking. Pinpoint where you're looking. There's a little divot in my ceiling. I'm going to remember that divot. Okay, and then come back to center. And the way we're going to give ourselves more flexibility in the neck is to move our feet. Okay, so slide your right foot forward, flex your foot, scrunch your toes, bring your foot down, slide back, lift up just your toes. And we're going to do that 4 times. So slide forward, flex the foot, scrunch the toes, put the foot down, slide back, lift the toes. 2 more times. Slide forward, flex the foot, scrunch the toes, put it down, slide back. Last one. Slide forward, flex the foot, scrunch the toes, put it down, slide back. Well, of course, if we're talking about balance, we have to do both sides. So here's the other side. Slide the left foot forward, flex, scrunch, put down, slide back. 3 more. Forward, flex, scrunch, down, slide back. 2 more. Forward, slide back. Last one. Forward, flex, scrunch, down, slide back. Okay, post test. Let your chin come forward. And then look up at the ceiling, support if you need to. And notice if you went any farther. I went a lot farther. Of course, my neck was probably pretty tense to start with. Okay, now let's do our no. No. So turn your head to the right as far as you comfortably go. Notice what you're looking at. There's like a dragonfly on my lamp I'm looking at. And then come to the center, look the other way. Notice what you're looking at. Now if you've already forgotten, which is what I usually do, check it again. So turn to the right, oh yeah, dragonfly, and then turn to the left. Okay, got it. Now this is sort of like what we did last week. Inhale the right arm up, exhale over into a side bend, inhale back up, and let it come back down. Inhale the left arm up, exhale over to a side bend, inhale up, and release. Again, inhale up, exhale over to a side bend, up, and down. And remember, if I'm saying inhale and you're exhaling, it's okay. Inhale, exhale, or breathe, inhale, and down. Now we start getting fancy. Inhale up. Exhale over into a side bend. Sort of stay there. You can hang onto your chair if you want to. Inhale, turn your head and look up at your hand or at your arm if that doesn't hurt your neck. Exhale, look down at the floor. Inhale, take your arm back, look at your hand. Inhale, back up and look at the floor. Do that one more time. Look at your hand, and then look at the floor. Inhale back up, and release. So this is a little simpler than the way I usually do it. Inhale the arm up, exhale over. Inhale, stay over and look up at your arm or your hand, and then look down at the floor. Stay tilted, take your arm back, look back at it. Inhale, come back up and look down at the floor. Inhale, look at the hand as it goes back, your palm is up. Exhale, look down at the floor. Inhale, back up, and release. And roll the shoulders. So I'm curious to see if it works this way because I usually make it a little bit more complicated than that. So turn to the right, see if you went any farther. I went a little bit farther. Come back to center, turn to the left, see if you went any farther, and then come back. And I wish I could hear what you're saying. Oh yeah, no, not at all. So whatever happens, at least you got a nice shoulder workout. Okay, bring your hands together, put them behind your head, find that little notch at the base of your skull, that's where your thumbs go, and then just gently, gently lift up your skull. And you'll notice your chin probably comes down. That's okay. And you might feel this going all the way down your neck. So most of us are doing more computer work and more video chatting and all that kind of stuff, and then release. And we get what's called tech neck, which is this. So if you're getting tech neck, this is what you want to do. As soon as you notice you're doing that, hands behind the head, lift up your skull. And that just picks up your whole torso and your skull. And then release. And the other one, if you're really starting to feel like this, bring your arms to cactus. Slowly bring the hands up. Keep the elbows bent. You may touch in the middle, you may not. And then bring the arms down. Upper arms are close to the ribs. It's a very strange shape. And then come back up slowly. Maybe touching, maybe not. And come back down. And let's do that one more time. Come on up. And your shoulder blades are getting reset where they're supposed to be on your back right now. And then bring your hands forward, put your hands down. Notice how tall you're sitting. That's the goal. Okay. Hands to the knees. Let's do a little cat-cow action. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. Now add the sit bones to it. Rock to the front of your sit bones, lift your heart. And rock to the back of your sit bones, round the back. Inhale, rock to the front, lift your heart. Exhale, rock to the back of the sit bones, around your back. Do this 3 more times at the rate that feels right to you. Keep breathing. I don't care if you're inhaling or exhaling, keep breathing. If your nose isn't stopped up, breathe through your nose. If your allergies have kicked in, then just breathe. And I'm going to do one more because I lost track. And then come back to neutral. Now, if you have a chair that doesn't have arms, you can do what we're going to do next. If you have arms, just stay seated forward. So I'm going to turn around onto my chair like this, and I'm sort of half on the chair and half off. So this side is sort of not on the chair. I'm hanging onto the back of my chair, and then take this foot, if it feels okay on your knee, take this foot back to where this is perpendicular to the floor. Or it's like this, or it's like this, whatever works with you. Make sure this foot is nice and firm. That's part of your foundation. Inhale your left arm up, reach up, exhale over into a nice side bend, over toward the chair. Reach down through that knee that's on the outside. Get a nice side bend. Keep breathing. The next time you inhale, turn your head and look up at your arm, if that doesn't hurt. And then exhale, look down toward the floor. And then the next time you inhale, come back up and bring your arm down. Now bring this foot forward and scoot so you're more on the chair. And this you can also do just sitting forward. Inhale, get nice and tall. Now scoot your right hip back a little bit. And bring your hands over. If you're sitting forward, put your hands on the arm of the chair, over on your right. If you're on the side of the chair, then just put your hands on the back of the chair, depending on the height of that. You could have them on the sides, you can have them on the top. You are not pulling on the chair. They're just, your hands are there. Inhale, nice and tall, looking straight that way, or straight forward if you're seated forward. Exhale, take your belly button, not your head, your belly button toward the back of the chair. And then take your upper ribs toward the back of the chair, and then take your head toward the back of the chair. And you're not pulling on the chair. Take 3 nice big breaths here. And if you can't take a big breath, you went too far. So come out of it a little bit. Inhale, feel like you're nice and tall. Exhale, feel like you're twisting. One more. The next time you inhale, turn your head to look toward your knees. Exhale, untwist. Swivel around to the other side, or just stay seated forward. And if you're seated forward, you're just doing a side bend. So this leg might be different. Maybe this side wants to be here, or it can be here. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale over into that side bend. Reach down through that right knee. Reach out through the right fingers. Feel that nice side bend. Take a big breath here. Next time you inhale, look up at your arm, as long as your neck's okay with that. Exhale, look down at the floor. Inhale, come back up. Release the arm. Now bring that leg forward and scoot yourself all the way onto the chair. Take your left hip back an inch or two, and your foot can go back too. Your right foot is your stability though, so keep that one nice and firm. Put your hands on the chair somewhere, it doesn't matter where they go. Inhale, nice and tall, still looking that way or forward if you're forward on the chair. Exhale, take the belly button first, and take the belly button toward the back of the chair, take your chest toward the back of the chair, and then your head gets to go. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, feel the twist. Do not pull on the chair. You could let go of the chair and you'd still be in your twist, so no pulling on the chair. Take 2 more breaths here. And remember, if you can't get a full breath, then you went too far. The next time you inhale, turn your head to look in the direction of your knees. Exhale, untwist. Come around to the front, if you were on the side, and give yourself 3 cat-cows. So inhale, lift. It's more of a cow-cat, I guess. Exhale, round. 3 of these to even out after doing those twists. Good. I'm just checking our time here, and we're doing fine. Now, take your right arm and left arm, and reach across like you're going to grab an what do I want to grab? I'm going to grab a piece of chocolate. So grab a piece of chocolate, and then take it up and over, and put it on. Oh, I actually can put it on something. Whoop. And then come back over. And get another one, maybe a different kind. Come back up and over, put it on there. And then reach back over. And this time as you're going, notice what is stretching. Notice what's happening, because remember we're inside our skin, so we're noticing what's going on. And then just come straight up and release. And notice the difference in sides. You might need a little shoulder roll here. I don't think we've done a shoulder roll. I don't think I've ever gotten this far in a class without shoulder rolls. My goodness. Okay, other side. So reach across with your right arm. Pick up maybe a piece of fruit to counteract the chocolate. Reach up and over. Can I reach the thing? Yeah. And put it on that back table. Then come back over. Maybe get a carrot. That's still pretty sweet, but okay. And then come on back. And then you decide what the last one is. Something you like, sweet or savory. And then come up and release and roll. I've been watching a lot of the Great British Baking Show, and so I'm all into the sweet and the savory. Okay. Come back down. We didn't do any twists last week, so I want to do an extra one here. Take your left hand, put it on your right knee. Take your right hand to your hip. Scoot that right hip back. Inhale your head forward, so long spine. Exhale. Remember where you start. You start at the belly button. Belly button over, chest over, then maybe the head. If you want more twist, just send that elbow back a little bit more. Don't pull against your hand. I always do, and I shouldn't. So inhale, get longer. Exhale, feel that nice twist. Feel where the belly button is. Take a breath and notice where the air goes. It really can't go in your left side much. One more breath. The next time you inhale, turn your head forward. up your hips. Now, come down to coach's pose. Put your right hand on your left knee, left hand on the hip. Scoot that left hip back so you've already started the twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine first. Exhale, send your belly button over. Oh, and then there goes the chest. And then finally, I get to turn my head. Don't pull on your knee like I'm doing. Send your elbow farther back if you want more twist. Breathe. And again, notice where the breath goes. You've sort of closed off the right side this time. And the next time you inhale, turn and look forward. Exhale, untwist, even up your hips. Inhale, lift up, exhale. Now, remember the cautions. If you have glaucoma or unregulated high blood pressure, do not let your head go all the way down. Keep your head in line above your heart. So inhale, exhale. You can just drape down if that's okay for you. Or you can come up a little bit. Whatever works for you. And take 2 breaths wherever you are. Breathe into your back. You'll feel it back in the back. After your 2 breaths, the next time you inhale, put your hands on your knees and come on back up. Great. Now get your strap or your towel. Remember, you can use a strap if you have one, or I have a sash that goes with my robe. You can use that, or you can take a towel and just kind of scrunch it up and use it like this. Try to get a longer, bigger towel than this because I'm having to kind of hunch forward to use that. So put that strap or the towel or whatever around the ball of your foot. You might need to scooch up a little bit. Flex the toes up toward the ceiling. Straighten the leg as much as you can without pain. Remember, no pain, because pain just causes tension. Make sure this foot is nice and solid. Pull back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your heart. Breathe. Keep those toes coming up. They want to go down, but keep them coming up. One more breath here. Reach through the heel. And then exhale, send your heart way past your toes. So keep that neutral spine and just bend at the hips. And when you find your spot, then stop. And breathe. One more breath here. Keep reaching through the heel. Keep those toes coming up. And the next time you inhale, just come all the way back up. Now this is a little different. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee in. Inhale, take your leg out. If it feels okay on your hands and your arms, grab both ends of the strap with your right arm. Take your left arm out. Take your leg out to the right, any amount, and then look at your left hand. Reach through your heel, toes up toward the ceiling. Woo! This is an arm workout. And then the next time you exhale, come back in, switch hands, take your right arm out, and then cross over any amount, which isn't much because your leg is in the way. And look at your right hand. Reach through the heel, then come back to center, bend your knee, take it out to the side, do whatever your number 4 is. It might be here, and you can hang on to the strap, or here, or here, or here, or here. Do what works with your knee. Keep this foot flexed. And if you want to, you can give yourself a little arch massage while you're here. Inhale. Now you're already getting a good stretch right here, but if you want more, just tilt your heart forward. I miss giving you all massages at the end, but oh well, this too will pass. And the next time you inhale, come back up. Bring that knee in, give it a little thank you, put it down. Little opening and closing. And the other side. Here we go. reaching through the heel, straight knee as you can without pain. Don't overextend the knee though. If you're one of those people with really flexible joints, you keep that little bit of bend in there. This foot is stable, pull back, toes toward the ceiling, lift the heart, and right here is enough. If this feels like a really great stretch, then just stay here. If you want more, keep the back neutral. Keep the same shape in your back and just tilt forward at the hips. Keep pulling back with your elbows. Keep your shoulder blades coming together. Feel that stretch. One more breath here. Then inhale, back up. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, take that knee out, the leg out. Hang on with your left hand, right arm's out. Take the leg out to the left, look at your right hand. Reach through the heel, toes toward the face. And then come back in. Switch hands. Go across any amount, which isn't much. That pesky right leg is in the way. Then come back to center, bend your knee, take it out to the side, find your number 4 on this side. And this side may be completely different from the other side. In fact, it probably is. Flex this foot. If you feel anything in your knee, then come down lower until you don't feel anything in your knee. Find that nice tall posture. Feel the stretch right in here. If you want more, tilt forward. And breathe. It's all about the breath. One more breath here. And the next time you inhale, come slowly back up. Bring that knee in. Give it a little hug. Put it down. Open and close. And it's time for a sun salute. And the sun actually was out there for a second, but it's clouding up again. Oh well. So feet hip width apart, and remember that means these bones right here, not this. These bones right here. So hip width apart, and you do your arms up. So if this is your arms up, this is your arms up. If it's this, you don't have to go all the way up. Whatever feels good on you. Never do anything that hurts. Remember, number 1 rule. Okay, so find your nice tall posture. Feel that string pulling up the top of your head. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, take your right leg, dangle, dangle, and drop it. Inhale up. Whoops, I forgot. Walk your heels forward. Inhale up. Exhale, tilt. Keep that neutral spine. Inhale, back up. Walk the feet back in. Grab your chair. Press down on your chair. Lift up your heart. Keep breathing. Fold your elbows toward each other. And release. Walk the heels back out. Inhale, up. Exhale. Keep your upper body exactly the same as you tilt forward. So don't bring the arms down like that. Just keep them by your ears. Inhale, back up. Bring your hands down. Find your left leg. Dangle, dangle. And drop it. Inhale, up again. Exhale, halfway down. Hands to the knees. Inhale. Do whatever your full forward fold is. Press down on your feet to come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Inhale and exhale. And we'll do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lift up your left leg, take it out to the side slowly. You don't want to strain anything here. Come back in, drop it. Walk the feet out, inhale up, exhale, tilt. Inhale up, walk the feet back in, find your chair, press down on your chair, lift your heart, squeeze your elbows toward each other, keep breathing, and release. Walk the feet back out, inhale up, tilt forward, keep that same shape in your upper body, come back up, walk the feet back in, lift the latch, open the door, shut the door, drop the latch. Again with the arms up, halfway down, heart forward, inhale, and let it go or do whatever your forward fold is. Inhale all the way up, hands to heart center, inhale, and release. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. And pause for a moment. You can close your eyes or look at the floor. Just notice how you feel. Now sit back a little bit on your chair. We're going to come up. And it's the 10th today when I'm filming this. I don't know when you're watching it. So we're going to go up and down 10 times. Remember, if your knees are not up for this, keep your feet flat and go as if you were going to stand, but don't actually lift off. If you're going to do the up and down, walk your feet back just a little bit so your heels are just starting to come up, and you're going to go up and down. You don't have to stand fully up, but you can if you want to. Arms can be like this or this or this or whatever. Okay, I'm going to do this. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, and you can always sit a few out. 6, that's not cheating. 5 is taking care of yourself. 4, 3, 2, almost there. 1, but there's really one more because we're going to cheer for Governor DeWine and Dr. Acton. Yay, Governor DeWine and Dr. Acton! They're taking care of us. Okay, walk around to the back of your chair. And I apologize if you can't see my arms when I go up like this. I have had a hard time trying to figure out how to angle my camera. Okay, so while you're here, rock up onto the balls of the feet, and then back to the heels, lift the balls of the feet. So up with the heels, and then up with the balls of the feet. 2 more times, up, and then lift the balls of the feet. Last time, lift your heart too, and then tuck your chin. Great. Walk back until you feel like you're sort of parallel to the floor. And then bend both knees, send your booty back. So you're trying to stretch your back. Now maybe straighten one leg and bend the other knee. Straighten the other leg and bend that knee. Back and forth a couple of times. Only if that feels okay. And then look up at the chair and walk forward. All right. So last time, I think, or maybe the first time, we did Warrior 1. Today we're going to do Warrior 2. If you have socks on and you're on a smooth surface, you might want to take your socks off because I don't want you to slip. So turn sideways to your chair, and I'm reversing everything. So have your left side to the chair and widen your feet out. So you have like a wide stance, but not your widest, just whatever you feel like you're not going to slip. Then turn your left foot forward so it's going under your chair. Bend that knee, and make sure the knee is above the ankle, not in front of the ankle. That's hard on the knee. So right above the ankle. It can be behind too, but not in front. Your hips are going this way. Your other foot, your right foot, is just going straight forward. If that doesn't feel good, you can angle it a little bit to make it feel better. All right, now, if you feel like you can let go, let go. If you don't feel like you can let go, hang on to the chair, but try not to grip it too hard. Bring your hands in front of you, cross them, then palms out, come up, and then out, and then look toward me. So you're looking across your left hand toward where your bent knee is. Press down on both feet. Really feel those feet. Take a nice deep breath. Reach through those arms. Press on those feet. Feel the whole thing just totally engaged. Now, for side angle, if your chair's too far away, bring it closer. You can put just your hand on here, or if you feel like you can do this without turning, you want to keep your hips going that way and your chest going that way. So anywhere in between, and then take your right hand and look at it like you're looking at a little mirror. Your thumb's on top. And then just shoot that mirror past your face for a side angle. If that doesn't feel good, you can have your arm just straight up. But this gives you a little more of a side stretch. Press down on both feet. Reach through your back foot, that's your right foot. Reach through your right hand. Feel that nice stretch. You can also look up at your hand if your neck is okay with that. Give yourself one more breath here. Or unless you're done. If you're done, you've already come up. And then bring your hand down and around. Take your time, come back to warrior two. And then release the hands down. Bring both sets of toes this way. Walk your feet together. And then do some hula hoops. Look, Ma, no hands. You can hang on if you need to and go the other way. Okay, now we have to do the other side. It's all about balance, remember. So turn to this side. Wide feet. I'm half on a carpet and half on the floor, so that's kind of fun. Now, turn your right foot in, so it's going right under your chair. Bend that knee. Check it out. Make sure it's right over your ankle. Left foot is going straight forward. Well, that way. Let go if you want to. If not, hang on. Cross the hands in front. Turn the palms forward, up, and out. Look over your right hand, toward me. Press down on both feet. Feel all your toes. Feel both heels. You'll notice that really activates your legs. Take one more breath here, reaching through those arms. Now this side will be different. Bring your hand to your chair. If you can come down to here, come down, but your heart is still going that way. If coming down means your heart is going down, then stay up some. And it depends on the height of your chair too. So, take your left hand, look at your little hand mirror, and then shoot that past your ear. If that doesn't feel good, you can be straight up, palm forward. Reach down through the outside edge of your left foot and reach across with your left fingers. Option to look up at your hand. Ooh, that gave me a little twinge. And breathe. Where can the breath go in this shape? One more breath here. This is such a nice side bend. And then bring that head back down, slowly around. Come up to your warrior two again. Let go or not. Look over those hands, over your right hand. Press down on your feet. One more breath here. Then release, turn all the toes that way. Walk together. Come back up. Give yourself another half dog. So walk back, bend your knees, lay your belly down on your knees, stretch your booty back, stretch your head forward. You can have straight arms, I just don't have enough room. And then look up at the chair, come back up. We're going to do tree pose again because it's just such a great balancing pose, and we're talking about balance. So tree pose is a lot easier if you're on a hard surface. So I'm going to move back off my carpeting here and put all your weight on your right leg, bend that knee slightly, press down on the foot so you can lift up out of your hip. Now bend your left knee, turn it out, bring that foot next to your right ankle. You can leave the toe on the floor and that's your tree. You can bring your foot up onto your calf if you want to do that. Now, put your hand on your hip, you put your hand up in the air, you can be a cactus, you can be a weeping willow, magnolia, whatever you like. And the other hand is optional. You can bring it off or you can keep it lightly on the chair. So we're working on balance, and I'm looking at my iPad. You should be looking at something and keeping that little tiny bend in your right knee. And if you need to bring your foot down and then come back up, do that. It's not cheating and you're still getting all the benefit. Even if your toe is down the whole time, you're still getting the benefit because you're trying to balance on just one leg. Whoops. One more breath here. Then find your chair, bring your knee forward, straighten it out, put it down. Wiggle. Woo! And if your knee is talking to you on the right side, you probably didn't bend it. So on the left side, be nice to it. So weights on the left, knee slightly bent, press down on the foot to lift up out of your hip, bend the right knee, turn it out, find your left ankle. Toe on the floor or foot on the calf. And one side is probably going to be more challenging than the other. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Now decide, all right, what kind of tree are you this time? You could be a praying tree with a praying mantis on it. Keep breathing. Keep feeling that foot. Keep looking at your focal point. Is your head way in front of your shoulders? Bring your head back. That will help you balance. One more breath here. Then slowly bring your hands down, bring your knee forward, straighten it out. And just back away from your chair a little bit if you feel confident. And with loosey-goosey knees, just sway back and forth. Or it's not exactly a sway, it's more of a twist back and forth. And your arms are loose, let them just whack wherever they end up. And slow it down until you come back to just standing. And then come back to your chair. And scooch back in your chair, bring your feet up, and if this is too much, you can leave your feet down. But it's actually easier to do it if your feet are up. Bring your hands up too. Point and flex, and point and flex. And you don't have to go at my speed, you can do your own speed. All right, now, some circles, and you can do them both the same way or you can do them opposite ways. For some reason I usually do them opposite ways. And then pause and go the other way. This is getting the joints. Working on those ankle joints and wrist joints, feels so good. And then spread and scrunch. And maybe inhale when you spread and exhale when you scrunch. Inhale, or just keep breathing. One more. external rotation, take everything out. Internal rotation, roll it in. External, internal. External, internal. One more. External, internal. And before we totally give it all up, give yourself a knee hug or two. So bring this one in, any amount. They don't have to make it all the way to the chest. But this is a nice stretch for the low back. Oh, we didn't do our hip work. Well, we'll do that next week. And you can look back at lesson 2 for that hip sequence with the toes going out. All right. So find your comfortable position. Now, since you're at home, you could go lie down on the sofa and put your legs up on the side, so you'd be doing legs up. You could be on your bed with legs up. So remember, anytime you can get your feet higher than your head, you're going to do an extra service to your body. So you're draining the lymph fluid, you're giving your heart a break because it doesn't have to pump the blood out of your legs, and it's very calming to the nervous system. So 5 minutes of legs up is a 30-minute nap, just saying. All right, so settle in. Feel every place where you're touching a support. It might just be on your chair, it might be on your sofa or your bed, it might be on the floor. Just notice wherever you're being supported. And notice if you have released your muscles into that support. Sometimes I notice that I'm like clenching my glutes when I'm sitting in a chair, and I don't need to do that. My glutes don't have any function right now, so I can let them go. And breathe. So feel the soles of your feet. Feel the tops of your feet. Feel your toes. Feel your ankles. Your lower legs. Your knees. Upper legs. Notice your hips. Your low back, your middle back, your upper back, where the shoulder blades live. Feel your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, forearms, wrists. Feel the backs of your hands and the sensitive palms of your hands. Notice your thumbs and all your other fingers. Feel your low belly, your upper belly, your chest. Feel your whole neck, the back of your head, the top of your head. Feel the air on your face. Notice your third eye between your eyebrows. observe your eyes, the bridge of your nose, your nostrils. Feel your cheeks, your ears, your jaw. Notice where your lips touch, or if they don't touch. Notice where your tongue is. Feel your neck again, your shoulders, both arms, both hands. The front of your torso, the back of your torso, both legs, both feet. Feel your whole body. Accept it as it is. Being grateful for it. Notice any sensations without judgment or trying to change. Just notice. And now notice your breath. It's been there all along. Is it high in the chest or low in the belly? Is it fast or slow? Shallow or deep? If it's shallow, for the next few breaths, deepen your inhalation. That's the energetic part of the breath. That's the one we need right now. So start to bring more air in on each breath, just a little at a time. And when you're ready, or even if you're not, start to move small things. Maybe just your fingers, maybe just your toes, maybe just turning your head from side to side. These are just suggestions. You do whatever you like. Some shoulder rolls, maybe a big stretch. Find what your body wants. If you have your legs up, bring your knees to your chest and then roll over and take your time, but come to a seated position on the sofa, on the chair, on the bed. And I've enjoyed being with you today. I'll be back. I'll post another class next Friday, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Of course, this time of year, you never know. And we'll end with a namaste. Hands to heart center if you like. I bow to you. The light within me appreciates the light within you. Namaste. Stay home and stay well. Namaste home and namaste well. Okay? Bye. I'll see you next week.